Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about Jamal Adams, and we're going to be breaking down what teams he can realistically be traded to and be paid afterward. Alright, let's start the intro. Alright guys, so Jamal Adams actually gave a list of teams he would like to be traded to, and that is the Dallas Cowboys, the Baltimore Ravens, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Houston Texans, the San Francisco 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Seahawks, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were all teams Jamal Adams would be willing to join, according to ESPN. So Jamal Adams wants to go to a team that can pay him and is a contender. He wants a long-term contract around $15 or $20 million per year. We're going to start with the Baltimore Ravens. So the way we're going to be breaking it down is we're going to be seeing if the team can realistically trade for him, if they have the draft capital, and if they're going to have the long-term money to pay for him in 2 years, because he wants around $15 to $20 million when he gets his contract. Now, we're going to start with players that they have to pay if they have any long-term commitments. And those long-term commitments are Marlon Humphreys, Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, Matthew Judon, and Mark Ingram. So it's possible that they could fit it in there, but I just believe it's the least likely of all these teams to be traded for because they already have PFF's 7th ranked safety group in the NFL with Earl Thomas and Chuck Clark. Although they do have the draft capital, having their first round pick in 2021. So we're going to be going in order from least likely to trade for him to most likely. So the next team I have on this list is the Kansas City Chiefs. And here's why. They have way too many people to pay in the future. They have Patrick Mahomes, Frank Clark, Chris Jones, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. And they already have the 10th ranked safety group in the NFL, ranked by PFF at number 10 with Tyrann Mathieu and Juan Thornhill. So they do have a first round pick, so if they really wanted to go after him, they definitely could get him. But they also have Tyrann Mathieu, who's a very similar safety. So I don't think the Chiefs will be trying to trade for Jamal Adams anytime soon. Now, the third least likely team to trade for him is the Dallas Cowboys, and they have way too many long-term contracts that are very expensive. They have Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Zach Martin, and DeMarcus Lawrence, all on very expensive contracts. They do have a first-round pick to trade for him if they want, but their safety group is rated 5th by PFF with Clinton Dix and Xavier Woods. So I don't think the Dallas Cowboys will be trading for him anytime soon as well. So the next team on my list is the San Francisco 49ers. And they would be higher because they have shown interest in Jamal Adams, but they have so many people that they need to pay with Nick Bosa, Dee Ford, Eric Armstead, Jimmy Garoppolo, but they could use a safety. And they do have the draft capital to get him. I just don't think they'll have the money in the future when he needs a contract and he wants a team that can pay him. So I don't think it'll be the 49ers. So the next team in our list, and now this is the third highest team to sign him, and that is the Houston Texans. And they do really need a safety, and that's why I put them up this high. The problem is they don't have a first round pick to trade for him because they traded 2 picks for Laramie Tunsil. Now the only long-term deals they have is Deshaun Watson and Laramie Tunsil. So they have a lot of cap space in the future. So I think this is possible, but they'd have to trade quite a few draft picks, maybe a few seconds, 3rd and a 4th, something of that nature, because they don't have a first round pick to trade for him. So the next team on the list is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they have a few long-term contracts with Shaquille Barrett, Chris Godwin, Devin White, Mike Evans, Vita Vea, but they do need a safety, and by the time Tom Brady's contract is up, Jamal Adams will need a payday, so it'd almost work out really well but I don't know if they would want to give up that draft capital with such an old quarterback, because they're going to have to find one in the draft in the next year or two. So I think it's possible, and I think it's a very good option to help Tom Brady out. So the next team is the second likeliest team to trade for Jamal Adams, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. All they have to pay is Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz, and Darius Slay. So they definitely could have the cap space when they need to pay Jamal Adams. They do have a first-round pick to trade for him. I think they need a safety, and I think it'd be a great acquisition, especially since their secondary seems to be their weakness on the team. After trading for Darius Slay, it could definitely use some safety help. So the last team we go to is the Seattle Seahawks, and the only long-term contract that they have is Russell Wilson. Now they're going to have to pay Chris Carson and Shaquille Griffin, but neither of those players will make over $15 million a year. So I know their safety group is rated 9th in the NFL by PFF with Quandre Diggs and Bradley McDougald, but Pete Carroll has shown over the years that safety is very important to him after drafting Earl Thomas, number 14th overall. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Seahawks made a trade something like Bradley McDougald and a first-round pick for Jamal Adams. They're both similar safety types, and it's just a big upgrade for the Seahawks. So that's all I have for today, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment below your video ideas. That would just help this channel grow. So if you comment below on your video ideas, I'm sure I'll get to making them